In a thousand years,
in a thousand years, we should
we
definitely
will be all over Mars.
Yeah, it should be a different place. You should be able to go and have cocktails on Mars if you wanted to on the weekend. It
Yeah.
should be like Total Recall. You can go to these different moons and we'll start to have real estate, which I did read in a magazine about how they've already kind of carved it up. You know, they've carved Mars up in like land mass. You know, so China has from this crater to that crater, and they've drawn lines and they've made a map out of it.
Yeah.
Years ago, years and years ago. So they already have the plots. It's just how do we get there, and what do we do when we get there? You know, we obviously have to build somehow, but that'll take some serious ingenuity. But maybe the whole world will be working together at that point, and we'll be able to do it quicker.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Having more land mass to go across is definitely a plus. What I just learned is that there's layers of mineral. They're like bands, like stripes.
Yep.
Going down across Mars, basically, of this highly toxic mineral, like called prolectorates or something like that. I will look this up. This was something that you motherfuckers, I will.
But at one point, you'll be able to Google
fact check this
and be like, how did we figure out what to do to make it work for us? Because that's what you got to do when you find something like that.
Get giant backhoes down there to dig all that shit up and put it in a big pile somewhere else.
It has to have a use.
They could burn it or something. I don't know.
Or burn everything else. Yeah. You know, that's the first thing we want to do. Well, let's see what happens if we burn it. You could put it in water. You could. Who knows? I mean, I'm not a freaking chemist, but I mean, these people could figure that out. I'm sure there's people working on that. What could this be used for? Because we got to get it out of there or use it so that we don't all die.
Yeah.
But why, if left on it? What does that mean, though?
I think it just kills organic matter. It's known to just dissolve plants or something like that. It
makes the soil
just a poison.
Negative.
There's just a poison on the surface of Mars in huge swaths.
So we'll find out how to treat. We'll treat the whole surface with something. That'll somehow neutralize and counteract, and then then mutants will grow out of the Earth, out of Mars, and then we'll have war with Mars rock.
Oh man, like
warriors.
A golem,
like Mars rock, like golems. It'd be awesome.
That would be super cool. What about the
That's
terraforming
made up thing? No, it'll be like thing. Thing will come up, but a lot of them.
And then there'll be like people in the future that are like sad about the fact that we destroyed all the rock golems, and people will wear like rock golem headdresses and talk about how they're like adopting the native.
That would definitely be like the left wing of Mars. They'd be like,
it was
depopulated
so
this planet to take
what we did. Yeah,
they were just living a sedentary life within that, organism.
They'll pull up that map and like, look, they already had a plan before they even consulted the local council of rock golem. And
what did we ask them any questions? No, we just killed.
Yeah. It's like, no, they rose out of the sand and like smashed a lot of our people and equipment.
Rock golems' lives matter.
Yeah. There it is. Have you seen the terraforming plans? What they wanted to do with like how they're going to terraform Mars?
That was the word that I didn't know I was talking about.
Yeah, do you know anything about that?
No, but I mean, there's got to be some sort of concoction that you. Right, I mean, we have hydro seed, but I mean, if there's something within the soil that won't.
So they want to melt,
constitute it with water too somehow. But
their idea was to melt both ice caps on Mars with like thermonuclear devices. Basically, just nuke.
Yeah.
The tops and bottoms of Mars. That's the sort of like get it done quick plan. That's like, you know what?
I would think you want to do biodome and close off a certain.
That's, I guess, what happens is everything just evaporates out of Mars's atmosphere. It's just
right. So you got to put a dome on it and then work within it somehow.
Yeah.
Build like Epcot, but like a big one.
But a big Epcot. Yeah. Geodesic Mars.
Something that can withstand the. Aren't there storms? No, that's a different planet.
That's Jupiter with the big storm.
Forever storm. That's
Phobos.
pretty fucking cool too.
There's two moons on Mars, Phobos and Deimos. Yes.
Oh, I have Solar Quest.
Phobos is very interesting. Apparently, people are looking at that as like, what if we don't go to Mars? What if we go to Phobos instead? And then, like, it's sort of the idea that we're going to colonize our own moon, and that's going to be a lower gravity launch pad for extrasolar or...
Oh, that's the way station to space.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Moon, yeah.
And you could build a...
when you go on vacation in 1,000 years, right, first you leave Earth, you go to the moon. That's like the new airplane. That's the new...
It's like
it's jet
traveling
blue.
to Logan.
It's moon blue up there.
Yeah.
You go there, and then from there you figure out which rock you want to fly to. And there'll be big space stations. That's what I would... just build big space stations up there. We could do it.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
It'd be awful, but I mean, in the end.
Well, that's the thing, is that, like, space fucking sucks. Like, there's the next planet over is just coated in poison.
Well, you could make it like the criminal planet and be like, hey, you guys want to go? Go ahead.
The Australia of Earth.
Yeah, go. No, but we don't make them go. No. We're just like, no, Mars is open for you guys.
Yeah.
Untouched.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, yeah. That's maybe where we could move the Libertarian Party of Ohio headquarters.
Why? Why do we want to move it there? I mean, that's our...
I feel like Mars could be a libertarian paradise. I feel like you want to go do what you want. You want no taxes and live without borders.
I was thinking more like hedonism.
Is that not what libertarian
I guess it is.
values are? It's that, yeah. Libertarians, I feel like, is just the closed door. Like, we do all that freaky shit behind closed doors, and we don't talk about it with anybody. But as long as you let me live here on this ranch with my guns and don't tax me at all, then we're cool. Kind of like...
The only part is, right, it's like, well, how do you guys run the government then?
It just runs itself.
Don't you just go home, Mr. President?
Yeah. No, I mean...
I live in the White House. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So, now what? Everyone leaves everybody else alone. So hands off.
On Mars. And that you could... That is a total situation where you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do on Mars.
Hands off, dance off.
And, in your little, like, weird domes that you would live in on the surface that are, like, I guess, air-conditioned during the day, or they're just heat-sink domes or something.
Well, you could go and build it. We have people, like Bjork. She would be like, sweet, I'm going to go build a palace on Mars because that's one step closer to home.
Yeah.
She's already 1,000 years ahead of everybody else. That's the problem with Bjork, I think.
We will build an art project on Mount Olympus on Mars. Tallest mountain in solar system. It's actually the second tallest, apparently. There's some moon mountain that's bigger than
Everest?
No. Everest is like limp dick compared to Mount Olympus. And then Mount Olympus is slightly smaller than this other fucking mountain.
Whoa.
That's on some other moon.
Larry's mind is blown. Where is Mount Olympus?
On Mars.
See? I didn't...
no.
That must have been in the magazine too, but I missed it.
Mount Olympus is in fucking Greece, because I'm a dumbass.
Well, I know about the mythical Mount Olympus.
Olympus Mons.
Olympus Mons, okay.
Yeah, some other thing like that. I'm probably ruining that name, like I ruined Rock Harbor.
Poor Rock Harbor.
I know. Sorry, Rock Harbor. Sorry, Brewster. I think...
Sorry, everyone, I forgot to remember.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is a cool podcast now that we can sort of say what we want about religion and all this other things because we have
Mars is much more interesting to me. That's going to take some... Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get back to Mars. I just want to give a shout out. We have just a full endorsement from the Libertarian Party of Ohio.
That's right.
For everything that we say on this podcast is an official stance now.
Apparently, if you Google WikiLeaks on weed, you go right there. Yeah.
You just Google WikiLeaks on weed. Go to our website that we run, which is the lpo.org. Just let the clicks flow, man. Send them on through. We're also on LinkedIn now, and in the Twitter and the Facebook. Get your WikiLeaks.
I have LinkedIn. Larry has LinkedIn.
All right, so
now
there
I
we
have
go.
to now
I'll have to check it out.
Yep.
working on logos. We're really getting official over here.
I already
Because,
have a T-shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna be selling merch soon.
My hat.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, Larry's worn hat with his sweat on it.
Yep.
For all
Larry's sweaty Precision Instruments hat.
the ladies and the gentlemen who might be into Larry's sweaty hat.
Oh, it's aroma. It's intoxicating. Where were we? That's true.
Would they sell pheromones on Mars? Would you be able to get like
That would be a good drug.
a hit of like just humanity? If you need like human contact, you can get like a
Pure pheromone.
pure oxytocin hit.
Mm.
That's some cool shit. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where they go and max out. Go figure it all out.
Uh-huh.
And then it'll be over there.
And then by the time we get there, there'll be like this whole like Mars
Because it would really
culture.
be a process to get back and forth, right? It would take... How long would it take to get to Mars?
It's something like, I want to say it's like a 2-year trip or something crazy.
I know
like
it's
that, with,
years,
like,
yeah. I don't know how many.
Yeah, and all the missions, if you go and look up at actual Mars missions, they're one-way trips. Like, the idea is that you go to Mars with the express knowledge
Of getting self-sufficient.
of you are not coming back.
Yeah.
You are landing on Mars and you are building something there, and you are dying on Mars by milk or by crook.
That's why it's going to be in mass. You know, you're going to have to send a lot.
Yeah. There's a Dutch company called Mars One that's doing a thing like that, but they're sort of scandalous and they keep pushing their deadlines off, and it seems like they might have just been a scam to get people to like buy into this Mars thing. This other like Northern European entrepreneur dude, like basically said like, we're doing this and we're gonna have NASA's help, and then NASA was like, what? You know. And they're like, we don't have NASA's help, we're not doing this. There was another one like that. NASA has a mission. The Chinese have a mission.
Didn't Trump refund NASA?
He opened the National Space Council.
Reopened. That's
Reopened.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they were the thing. They haven't named anybody yet, and there was a bunch of awkward pictures of Mike Pence like touching stuff at NASA. He went and visited and like made a speech, and then like there's just all these photo ops of him like touching the space capsule. People were joking about like, oh, there's a sign that says "Don't touch," and he's like, ooh, I'm rubbing it. My arm's out and I'm rubbing the space capsule.
I'm not really touching it. Not touching it.
Yeah.
Not touching it.
They're like, sir, you can't. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. He's like, I'm not gonna hurt it. They're like, no, it's made of like a polyalloy that dissolves upon like contact with human skin oil. Like, you can't fucking touch it. And he's like, it's cool. It's fine.
It'll dissolve. Don't. Oh, you ruined it.
Yeah.
Now you ruined it.
Oh, we have to push our mission back 4 years now because you just ruined that one piece of metal. Yeah, Pence.